Hi, first grade. Welcome back. Today we are going to continue our second part of our mini lesson with subtraction, using subtraction to solve word problems with an unknown value. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Here is our first story. There were 34 seagulls on the beach. 23 of them flew away. How many seagulls are left? So remember those words that we had spoken about earlier in the week that will kind of signal what the problem is asking us to do. So let's go ahead and do that first step again to visualize what is happening in our stories. If you close your eyes for me, use those eyes inside as I reread the story. There were 34 seagulls. So I hope everyone is seeing 34 seagulls kind of out in front of you on the beach. Okay, 23 of them, and if you notice, I'm using number words when we're talking about the different way that we see words or numerals represented. We spoke of those number words. So in your story problems, sometimes you will see the number word written as opposed to the standard form, the numeral. 23 of them flew away. So close those eyes, see a group of 23 fly away. How many seagulls are left? Okay, so again, we hear some important pieces of information, what is being told to us. First, what's our altogether number? How many seagulls did you see on the beach? 34. And so I'm going to highlight 34 and then just on the beach. How many flew away? 23. So we saw a group of 23 fly away. How many seagulls are left? So were those groups coming together or going away? That's what you always want to ask yourself. So that's going to tell us we are going to do what math operation? We are going to subtract. So now that we visualized, let's make our equation to match it. We know we're subtracting. Our first group was 34. So let's go ahead and write 34. How many flew away? 23. That is the second group that we know. And now we're going to use our question mark to represent the amount that we don't know. Okay, the unknown amount. So now that we went ahead and wrote our equation, let's place value that. Okay, so tens, ones, tens, and ones. Okay, so now let's go ahead and represent our 34 using our rods and units. How many tens do we have? We have 3 tens and we have 4 ones. So if you can draw for me a model to show 34 with your rods and units. And remember, make those rods nice and tall so they don't look small like a unit. Okay. So, okay, let's count to double check we have it right. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Now, how many flew away? And all I need to do is look at my place value. How many tens do I have? I have 2 tens that we are going to take away. And we have 3 ones that we are taking away. So all of a sudden, I am going to draw what I have left. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's remove our question mark and let's place value this so we can just write in how many tens we have and how many ones we have. So how many tens do we have left? We have 1 10 and 1 1. We have 1 10 and 1 1. So will you read the equation with me? 34 minus 23 equals 11. Okay? And we have talked about fact families before. You can use a fact family to check your work. So let's say 11. What's the opposite of minus? It is plus. So we're going to do 11 plus 23 equals 34. Okay, and it's correct. Let's go ahead and respond to our question so we answer it in sentence form. So our question is, how many seagulls are left? We are going to respond, there are 11 seagulls left. Okay? There are 11 seagulls left. Okay? All right. Excellent job. Let's try one more before we go. And let's see in what part of our problem is the unknown value. Okay? Once again, I wrote, can you read that? I want you to give it a try. The number word. Okay? Very good. 23 students. There were 23 students who tried out for the tennis team. Okay, so right now we know there are 23 students who tried out for the tennis team. Some were selected, there's that word selected, to play on the team, or some were selected to play on the team. 12 students were not selected. How many students were selected to be on the tennis team? So let's kind of take that apart and see what information is given to us. Okay, so we're going to visualize as I read. 23 students who tried out for the tennis team. I'm going to underline 23 students. Tried out for the team. And if you see, I'm just kind of underlining some words that are the most important of the story. Some were selected to be on the team. So I'm going to underline some selected to play on the team. 12 students were not selected. 12 students were not selected. How many students were selected to be on the team? Okay, now that we visualized it, let's go ahead and write an equation. What was my altogether number? What did we start with? We started with 23 students. We started with 23 students. Okay. Some were selected to be on the team. We do not know our second amount. Some were selected to be on the team. Then we need to decide, are we going to be adding or subtracting? When you saw that total amount of students and then some were selected, a group was taken away. Now the groups are being divided into two. Some were selected, some were not. So we are going to subtract. 12 students were not selected. Okay? 12 students were not selected. How many students were selected to be on the team? Okay? How many students were chosen to be on the team? So let's go ahead and we're going to first place value it. And some of you are so good at this, you automatically just start drawing your representations. All right, so let's go ahead and represent our whole number, 23. I have 2 10s and 3 1s. So can you go ahead and draw for me 2 10s and 3 1s? 2 10s, 3 1s. Okay, so let's just double check our work. I have 2 10s and 3 1s, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. Now we don't know what this group is, but we do know that 12 students were already, that's already one group. So let's go ahead and let's group what we do know. Let's take away 12. So let's take away 1 10 and 2 1s. 1 10 and 2 1s. And do you see how I'm putting nice diagonal lines through the whole thing? So I took away 1 10 and 2 1s. Now I'm going to circle what is left. Okay, I have one group of 10 and 1 1. So let's go ahead and move this. we are going to put 110 and 1, 1. Okay? So let's go ahead and read the equation with me. 23 minus 11 equals 12. 23 minus 11 equals 12. Let's use our fact family to check it. 23, the opposite of minus is plus. 23 plus 11, 21, 12 plus 11 equals 23. Okay, so we are correct on that. So first grade, that completes our mini lesson. I want to say happy math to you. I know you have been doing a wonderful job this week on using both addition and subtraction in your iReady lessons, in Prodigy, and in our assignments that you've had on earlier this week. So happy math. I hope this is getting easier for you because we're going to continue to build on it. All right.